Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. It's been a while since we've touched the R9. Had to take it, unbury it from the garage. We've had a little bit of a cold winter here and a good snowstorm that hit us, and we finally have some decent weather in the low 40s here. So we'll be cranking on this. The last video we did the Acro exhaust. You can't see it now, it's on the other side. And we pulled out the ECU to send it out to two-wheel dyno work. Bike has been sitting apart since then. It's been maybe a little over a month now, it feels like, at least. So today we have the ECU put back in and the DNA stage 2 intake. Let's jump right in. Let's see what comes in the box. All right, so ECU, straightforward. We'll do that last since we're pulling apart the airbox. You have the cover for the ECU here, the filter, a few gaskets, and there should be the screw that blocks off the bottom. We're gonna take a look at the instructions and pretend like we don't see them. Just kidding, these are gonna be good references for us. So let's start pulling apart the bike. From where we left off, I had the seat and everything apart. Tank is unbolted as well, but maybe a fuel line still connected, I forget. We're gonna pull this all apart, take it and put it to the side here. All right, let's chuck the seat to the side for now. I did leave the tank loose, that works out. Did I? Okay, all right. We got the side trims. All right, so we got a few hoses down here and a connector. Try doing that. Damn. Connector is easy. Not excited about this fuel line. Alright, a little bit of struggle there. I did it off camera so I don't embarrass myself. Got it off, but clip came off of the fuel line there. So you gotta remember to put that back. Hopefully you don't run into that. Here, pretty straightforward. We'll get the ECU wiring out the way. Cool. Temperature sensor is over here. If you guys can see that. Move this over a little bit. We're just gonna twist this and pull it up. And now we'll just unbolt everything around it, around the filter. All right, next up, we got the cover off. We'll pull the rest of the airbox. And then there's a few, we'll get an Allen key and get the throttle bodies down there. Let's see if you guys can see that. Right down there. Alright, so far this bike's been pretty good to work with. Power tools fit here really well. This last one, this cylinder here, I had to get the Allen key and do it by hand. No big deal, everything's been very convenient. So the screw that we need to plug up from the DNA kit is here. This is the only open port. We're gonna plug that up with the Phillips head screw. All right, so we're gonna take the Phillips head that came in that kit, Phillips screw, try to line it up decent, look straight. Oh, that's an easy fit. That's all it is, so don't gotta go too crazy on that. Plugs up just like that. And then we're good to put this right back in and tighten everything apart. Here's that hose I was talking about. It's just at this point the clamp's just struggling to clear. Get the orientation a little long. It looks like it's pinching the hose down there. Just want to make sure that's not the case. Alright, perfect. We just had to spin it around a little bit and it got better. Okay. So now we just want to fit this back onto the throttle bodies. Tighten that down. Go back to time lapse. All right, last but not least, let's plug this in. Now we'll use the zip ties they gave us to tie that around.
I barely made it. we're gonna play around with this a little more, feed some of the slack through here, and come back to put the fuel tank off. I think in this, we'll give it a start, and then I think I want to pull, take some more pictures of the fairings, get it ready to list if anyone needs these parts, and then strip this down and get ready to put on some of the new bodywork.
Alright, we got the fuel tank put back in, batteries plugged in, ECUs plugged in. This fuel tank was a pain to deal with those little hoses. Let's see if she'll crank right up. I'm gonna prime the fuel pump once, twice here. Last time we had the ECU plugged in, I had it on the rear stand and I was going through the gears.